So as you look around, you'll notice some things, and one big feature of the room that has not changed at all is the stained glass. We wanted to keep the stained glass and highlight it all the more. And if you look at the carpet that we have here has geometric shapes. And those geometric shapes are meant and intended to tie to the panels on the stained glass and actually tie the room together in that way. Another thing is that the color combinations here are a bit softer than the red that was here before. And so that also allows this stained glass to be featured more. And also, if you'll notice at the entryway, you probably noticed it right when you walked in, those 3 panels of stained glass have actually been in this building since it was built in 1974. Some of you may know they were hidden in this back hallway. And so we removed the 3 panels from there, brought them over here. And if you stand back and look, there's 3 different panels, but there's one scene, and that is Jesus carrying a cross. It's an abstract picture, but if you look at it, you can see that. You can also see a sword coming down on him and blood all being seen in those panels of stained glass. And so we brought those out here so that they can be enjoyed. The seating. We thought about a number of different combinations of pews and chairs. The seating capacity, when all of the chairs are in, we have more chairs than are in the room right now, is actually identical to what it was before. The seats, you'll notice that in the back they are angled, and so it'll be much easier to focus on what's happening in the middle of the room. You'll also notice about the seats in the back, there's aisles in those back rows, and so that'll help more people fit in the center of those aisles. Makes accessibility. You'll notice on the sides there's a nicer aisleway for people to visit and talk after the service. These pews were manufactured in Ohio, and so they are from the great state of Ohio. It was great that we were able to donate the old chairs to a Filipino church in the Alexandria, Virginia area, and so we were really happy to be able to do that, and they were very blessed. Another thing you'll notice, the stage here. This is actually 13 inches lower than the stage previously. The original height of the original stage is this, 23 inches high off the ground. And so we brought the stage back down to that height, which allows the speaker and the things happening on stage to be a little closer, creates a more intimate feel with the congregation. Also, the whole stage is one level. There's no more of the built-in risers over on this choir level. These are portable risers, and so they can be moved around, and I'm sure we'll be doing that. And so it's a very flexible stage in that way. And of course, you see the stairs in front that go from here all the way to the wall. Now, a couple other things that were not part of the original project, but are very important, is the sound system. If you look up, you will notice these sound systems, and there are dozens of little speakers in there in these systems, and they project out to perfectly bring the sound to the various parts of the room. Another thing is the lighting. These are pendant lights up above, and they are supplying a lot of the light. It's much brighter in the room right now. There's also a combination of these sconces, see, on the walls, which provide lighting on the sides of the rooms, and also there's a number of spotlights up here as well. Another very striking thing, if you ever drive by the building at night, the stained glass is illuminated on the inside in the night, and so it's very striking, and also just reminds and lets our people driving by that this is a church, and that's a great witness as well. And these are all LED lights, so energy efficient, and so it'll be great to experience the savings that way as well. Also, you'll notice the facing of the stage. You'll see all these stones. And these stones are kind of going off of the Thanksgiving stones that we've been doing as a church the last few years, where we drop a stone into the jar of Thanksgiving. And also kind of creates a little bit of a mosaic and represents the diversity of our church, the different sizes, different shapes, different colors, but one body in one place. And I want to mention some of the people. We had the Auditorium Renovation Committee, which included George Tregesser, Ken Wesche, Rick and Laurel and Claybrook, Bonnie Ballard, Jonathan Ford, Bruce and Liz Keister, and myself. And then also along the journey, we started another interior design committee that worked with Walden Studio Architects, and they supplied some great ideas, fresh ideas for the room. And additionally involved was Ben Yang, Gianna Shipler, Pelu Mertis, and Rain Kimo. Sam Barrow, Bob Eller, and George Tregesser did a lot of the work building the stage. Brad Kunzman built the entryway, the partition there, and did a number of other things, including the stones up here. Rick and Laurel and Claybrook spent so many days, endless hours here during the summer, working with the pews and the lighting and figuring out the lighting. That was the most complicated part of this project. Bonnie Ballard also coordinated getting these giant lifts in the room so the workers could get access to the lighting and doing some painting up here as well. It was a great team effort. It was wonderful to see the body of Christ all come together in accomplishing this goal. All the different people stepped up and used their abilities and their callings in different ways, and how God has seen fit to bless us in this way. We know that God doesn't accomplish his work through buildings, but he does accomplish his work in buildings. And we're able to just be so blessed to enjoy this space together. And wherever God sends us, we are his church. But when we are gathered here, we can enjoy these nice features that God has blessed us with.